y'all doing, y'all? It's your girl Confessions, a reality queen, aka Confessions. And we are here to talk about day 14 of the Diddler trial. Before we get into it, please like this video. And if you're just stumbling upon me for the first time, please subscribe and come back for more. And holla at your girl. Holla at your queen. Become a boo thing. Hey, boo, hey. Let's get into today. So, sadly, it was a good day for Diddy once again. He's gonna have a good night tonight. He's gonna sleep pretty good tonight. I mean, as good as he can sleep tonight, But he's gonna sleep with him in a fetal position with a nice little warm blanket. Maybe that blanket won't have a hole in it tonight. Maybe that cot won't feel as hard tonight for him because he's on cloud 9. The way Brian Steele went in on Mia today is just absolutely insane. He continued to be the a-hole that he is, slash the great lawyer that he is also. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, but he did it too well. And Mia, my goodness, Mia, why didn't you shoot the chain, get jiggy with it, something? Poor Mia, she just didn't have a dog in the fight. The girl was just tore up. She had nothing to give. Brian just tore her up. And it wasn't, but finally at some point, the prosecution stands up, Maureen Comey, she stands up and she's like, yo, Your Honor, look, yo, like, you gonna let homeboy keep doing this? Basically, she didn't say it like that, but I'm gonna give it to y'all my way. She's like, you gonna let homeboy keep doing this? And then, Judge Aaron, he wasn't even paying attention at first. He was like, chilling with it. Judge Aaron probably like, look, it's the beginning of the week. I got the whole entire week to deal with this dude. And then this dude. And then this dude. And then this dude. I mean, it's all men, right? The only woman on there is the black woman who is who's also supposed to be a victim of abuse, but it didn't really happen, or it could have happened, or something along those lines. Whatever. That whole credibility went out a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, he just destroyed her. And Marie finally got up and was like, yo, you gonna keep letting this happen? And Judge like, I guess I ain't gonna let it happen no more. So Judge Aaron finally got some pep in his step. And every time Brian tried to keep going, he was like, yo, you can't be doing that, basically. We got a problem now. You can't be doing that. So finally, it got on it. But it's kind of like a little bit too late because Brian did all the damage that he had did. I feel, and the thought is this, Mia was on the stand and getting cross-examined more than any other witness on that stand so far. The most vulnerable one gets badgered the most and the longest. Make that make sense. I didn't like that was happening. I really didn't like to hear that. God, I wish I could have been in that courtroom to see what's really happening. Because this is a lot. Because not only that, you still have the jury who are kikiing on the side, passing little notes, whispering, mouthing shit to each other. During the sidebar, when, objection and all this other stuff going on, they got to get it together. So, when the lawyers go up to the stand with the judge and them and the judge, have a little meeting together on the whisper note. When they doing that, that's when the jury over here acting up and out of pocket. They is not supposed to be doing that. Somebody needs to put a leash on them for real. Like, will it in. Like, what is y'all doing? Did y'all forget how to conduct yourselves? Y'all doing too much. And then not only that, while Brian is just badgering away at Mia, the freaking jurors, some of the jurors looking at him with all dreamy eyes like he was just in their DMs last night and gave him a good morning beautiful this morning or something. Like, what's that about? It's just weird. How can y'all even allow this man to go in on this woman like that? Mind you, Mia is coming in here with, her hair is just over her face. You can't even see. She's not even just like Sia. You can't see her. You know what I'm saying? And she's, just every time you mention Diddy's name, it's like her voice just starts cracking. Like she can't get it together. Now, when they talk about anything else, like her relationship with Cassie or anything like that, she seems to be fine talking. I mean, she still got her head down or whatever, but her voice isn't cracking. She's talking more clear, maybe with a little more oomph in her voice. But the moment you mention Diddy, it's just like, she starts stumbling over her words. She just can't get it together. She just starts stumbling like she can't catch a break because Brian keeps going in, going in, going in. Well, wasn't Cassie? How did you feel about Cassie? How did you feel when you saw her getting beat up? Didn't you care about her? Weren't you a girl's girl? Weren't you supposed to do this? Why are you just on your Instagram just saying, hey, happy birthday to Diddy, best boss ever? Like, it's just, he was just going at her and she was just letting him have it. She was just letting him have her. And I don't understand, like, did they do a mock trial with her at all? Because she acting real brand new, like she just came in and they told her what to expect right before she went on and gave her a pep talk and said, go out there and make something of yourself. Type of deal. I mean, homegirl didn't seem to have any, from what I hear, because Tisa told me, because homegirl didn't say anything. Sorry, had to write something down. I had to start making time marks. I'm doing something. Anyway, because homegirl had no anything. The doctor, her lawyer didn't say nothing to her about how this was gonna go. Prosecution didn't say nothing to her about how this was gonna go. Like, has she never seen a movie before on how a cross-examination goes? But it just goes to show you, like, this girl is really torn from this. Who knows what type of life that she led before she even met Diddy. And for that to be that damaging to her, to where she is like this still. She still hasn't healed from this, you can tell. She's still going through this. Or she may have healed, or just going back to this has brung her back to this, took her back to needed to be healed all over again. She was going to take this to her grave. So I just wonder, like, how has she been acting out in the world before, it came to the point where she realized, oh, I'm going to have to testify in front of Diddy and he's going to be in there and the world's going to see me and all of this stuff. It's a lot. Now, also what happened today is they doxed her, supposedly by accident. So evidence was being brought into place, and they have to have permission and all of this stuff. So evidence was brought in, but it was a number of pictures all at once. So it was all at once one thing, I'm guessing, and it was put into evidence. But you can have this is exhibit A, but then you have exhibit A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 was a picture of Mia back then in the day, how she looked. She's covering her face. You can't really see what her face looks like. But if you watch the shows, this is what Tisa said. She said, if you've watched, Making the Band or whatever, and you're in the courtroom, you clearly will know who she is. She was doxxed. I haven't been I clearly watch Tisa Tales. That really goes to show that I really watch Tisa Tales and only Tisa Tales, really. Because apparently other content creators are doxing or sharing, they doxed her before they did anyway. However, they doxed her in the courtroom today, but other content creators who knew who she was doxed her already. I honestly do not know who it is because first, I'm not there and I don't follow any other content creators besides Tisa. And Tisa maintains her dignity at all times and the dignity of others in this case. And so she has not revealed who Mia really is. So I don't even know who Mia really is because I only watch Tisa. I'm very intrigued to know who she is, so I'm going to go find out who she is. But I also will not be saying her name until after the case is over because, damn, that's messed up. So I'm still calling Mia. Mia is still going to be her name. So if y'all know, I don't know. But when I find out, when I do know, I'm still just calling Mia. And that's going to be that. So we're going to leave it at that. But that is basically all that really happened today. But we have a new witness that has flipped the script. Yes, 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 yes. So I guess at some point, Eddie Garcia, the security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, where I guess that was him, appears on the tape of Cassie, the tape that CNN put out, not leaked, put out. Yeah. So he flipped. I guess he was going to testify for Diddy on the defense behalf. But he went in, he was gonna plead the fifth, actually. He was gonna plead the fifth to everything. But prosecution gave him immunity. And so now he is about to mention it all. Mention it all. Yes, mention it all. What is he really, besides the video? What does he have? I mean, obviously he's gonna say he can. Oh my God, is he gonna give us the audio? Like, speak for what was said? Well, he can't say nothing from, from what until he got up on the floor when we see him. But is he gonna say what was said and all of that stuff when he gets on? Are they gonna ask him that? Can they ask him that? Prosecution, do not F this up. Sue Heck needs a win. And that is why I believe Brian went so hard. Because the prosecution has been eating the defense up every week since this case has started. It has not been good for them. Period. Point blank. Nothing has been good. Nada has been good for them. So they were really feeling down and low. Really. So now they get this poor little innocent woman, just timid, shy, as all get out, ain't had a lick of mock training, obviously, or anything. And they saw that. They smelled blood and they went for it. And they just had a good time at her expense. Brian wanted to have his ego goated, I guess, wanted him to be talked about so bad. I mean, you really brought that Fulton County mess with you today. You forgot which courtroom you were in, obviously. I don't know. And I don't know why you going on little Miss Mia like this. It was insane. She wasn't even giving him nothing like that for him to be going at her the way that he was with the questioning of Cassie this and Cassie that and the text messages and all those text messages. Like, Mia, she was supposed to be like the best witness. She never tried to, go after Diddy or sue him or anything like that besides the lawyer asking for the $10 million. What was that? But, she had left. She was going to take it to her grave. She never came out when all this other stuff started going on. Nothing. She was not about that life. So she was supposed to be so credible. And then they just ate her alive. Now, the thing is, she's 100% telling the truth, absolutely. But the way that they ate her up, the truth is what matters in court, yes, but it's not what you know, it's what you can prove also. And they just ate her up. It was just so bad. It was so, so bad. It's bad. You know, can they bring in another expert, or can they bring that expert back to describe once again? I mean, I guess it would be the same thing, so I guess you can't. But the jury needs to understand this is an abuse situation as well. So we can't just think that, she just, we can't let Brian get away with it. We can't let Brian get away with it. We can't let Brian continue to do his job. That's what we can't do. Like, Brian, can you get COVID and go get sick and have to take some days off? Because we don't need you doing this. All right? Diddy pays you good, obviously, and you did what you need to do. I mean, him, Xavier, and the other guy is doing well. Mark is just there. Honestly, I feel it's because Mark is Diddy's yes man. Mark will do anything for Diddy. I really feel like Mark needs to be looked into, that he would do so much for Diddy. It looks like a couple of things that he has done early in the case look shady. And so, sir, what are you doing? Like, you are not playing fair at all. It doesn't seem like. And that's what Diddy loves, because Diddy never plays fair. He's never played fair all his life. He doesn't know what that even means. It doesn't even matter. That's the thing. That is the thing. Let me make sure I got all my things, but that is really it, because Eddie Garcia, he will be testifying tomorrow. The prosecution is expected to question him for about 90 minutes or so, like they say. That's their prediction. We can never predict how long the defense is going to do it, because you know how the defense is. They will take all day, or they won't do anything at all. So who knows? I guess it all depends on how great Eddie Garcia does, and we will see how that goes tomorrow. So I guess, he would probably be taking up the whole day, because once they question him, cross-examining will start, and then the redirect. So not all that is going to happen in one day. So we'll see if prosecution gets through the 90 minutes that they need. And with that, that's when the defense will roll in with the cross-examination. So that's what we have. I can't wait to see who the next surprise witness is. I can't wait to see when Lorianne comes in. I can't wait to see if whoever comes in. There's so many people. KK. I would just love Farnsworth Bentley to come. It would just be great. Even if he doesn't, will he ever speak out or say anything? That's what I wonder, because he knows so much. He was there during the Making the Band days. He's on Making the Band. And isn't it funny to y'all? I don't know about y'all, but the fact that they're just finding all of a sudden, we're just starting to get clips coming out of Making the Band, making his band. I hope we'll start seeing some of I Want to Work for Diddy too. But all of this time we've always been saying, why won't they show reruns of Making the Band? And there's always been so many different reasons and excuses that we have heard why they haven't replayed the reruns. But now I get it, because it shows a little bit of this and a little bit of that behind closed doors, that we will be looking with a whole different eye now. The world is so different from when that was on, so we would definitely be seeing that in a whole different light. And I'm sure Diddy is making sure that that doesn't happen. So I hope once he is done and one and done or whatever, I want them to replay Making the Band, damn it. Give us that. Give us that, please. And thank you. That's all we ask. That's all I ask. I'm asking. Give me that. Give me that. Make me feel special once in my life by anything necessary. Give me that. Making the band. Making his band. And I want to work for Diddy. Come on now. I need to see all of that. Like, come on. Do I got to invent a network? Do I need to... How do you do that? How do you invent your own network? Let me look into that. I need my own network. Because I know what I want to see. I know what I need to see. That would just be icing on the cake. For real, for real. Call it back in the day. Because I would play old stuff. All old stuff. Back in the day network. We can have an acronym for it. BITD network. BITD yeah, we can make it happen. Anyways, that is all for today. It was a sad, short day with a little bit of excitement knowing that Eddie Garcia is going to testify tomorrow and he has got full immunity. And so he can say whatever. And he has to say the truth because if he don't, they find out it wasn't the truth. Everything you said can and will be held against you in the court of law, and all that immunity goes out the door, buddy. That is crazy how immunity works. It kind of gets you. Yikes. Yikers. You know what I'm saying? But let me make sure I got everything I needed to say. Fab Flip, Mia back on the stand, ring cones, lashes out. Yep. Corlett and Brian act. Oh, yep. Jury was passing notes. Oh, yeah. Why Brian want to try to start some shit trying to bring up the fact that now he trying to put doubt in Mia's testimony saying that her abuse didn't happen. He is trying to discredit her. You know, the way that he went at her, because I remember right, this, the way that he went at her, it's like he wanted her to say nothing specific, but something specific, because he wants to be able to throw her testimony out. And once he throws hers out, and it can all just be a trickle effect. All that he is doing, he is trying to get her testimony thrown out. That's what I'm getting from this. That's what I get from this. But I just don't understand why prosecution thought this was okay. Did you really think Mia was going to eat with this? Because what the hell? Why did y'all let this woman on this platform in front of her monster and she ain't ready for this? Like the way Brian did her, that's gonna take her back. That's gonna take her back. Like he don't mess her up. And Diddy just smiling. I'm sure the defense went out for drinks tonight. They bought a bottle and bought shots for everyone there. Probably sent Mia one for letting them have such a good day. Oh no. Send her two because you doxed her. Back to the doxing thing. Yeah, so they had everything out and they had her picture up with her government name. Now just for everyone to see. And for everyone to read out. Like, it's just insane. So everyone's seen it. So you'll see other content creators who have no high moral compass will be probably calling her name out and everything. Yeah. But I actually don't know who she is still. Apparently she was on Making the Band and all that thing. Because so I don't know, but I'm going to find out. But I won't be saying who she is on here either until afterward because that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that is it for the day. I hope y'all have a glorious night and a glorious day in the morning. And I will see y'all for day 15 tomorrow. Bye now. I'm off this nasty thing.